Britmums.
One of the Britmums featured video topics for this month is sex after children, and I thought this was a topic that my husband and I could really get our teeth into. So I've invited him along to have a little chat about how things work.
Basically, there's not a lot of it. Hemorrhoids, caesarean sections, all of these things, leaky breasts, they weren't helping this relationship at all.
Yes, childbirth changes your body in many ways, but that can affect the way that you feel about having sex.
Something happened when she was exited from my body, where suddenly I became a mum.
There is a big psychological element to the way the woman is thinking about sex. At the same time as the man's thinking about that, the woman needs to be thinking about the fact that the guy is going to some degree, be feeling like the children have just stolen his place as the prime person in his wife's life, and you know, all of a sudden he's going to be feeling very much second fiddle.
Men remember those early days where you can't keep your hands off each other, you can't get enough of each other. As I'm currently pregnant with our second child, obviously there hasn't been a complete lack of activity on this topic. However, I would heartily agree that after children, life does change.
I think it's very easy to become complacent about sex, about your relationship. You know, you're both focused on the children, making sure they're all right, and your own needs and desires get pushed to one side.
There are 3 simple rules that, if you can remember them, you can still have knee-trembling, consciousness-losing sex, if that's your thing.
Well, I think one of the major things that upsets me is I'm exhausted.
Let me put the kids to bed, tidy up the sitting room, and answer some emails. Let's lie down in this soft, comfortable bed and... shh.
I have been known, if I feel a wandering hand at some point, to turn and say, "Oh God, you don't want sex tonight, do you?" And this isn't good. This isn't good. But the fact that I say it is because I'm so tired.
The second tip I have for you, inviting a third party into your relationship can make a big difference. I'm here to help. I'm a babysitter.
We don't have babysitters. This isn't an option for us. And I find it a little bit silly to choose one night of the week when we're home every night anyway. Like Wednesday's date night. Doesn't work for me, because Wednesday might be something good on the telly, for heaven's sake, you know.
You're exhausted, you've got sleep deprivation. It's very easy to also use that as an excuse. So there's a balancing act between how long it takes you to get ready, and then at some point you do actually have to make an effort.
I do think that I have to sort of mentally prepare myself, you know, to get in the mood. And that can be like taking a little bit of extra care of myself, shaving my legs and making sure I've got a nice, you know, set of undies on, and just feeling more open to sexual advances.
It would probably help everyone's sex life if they didn't wear things like this to bed, or one of my husband's personal favorites, although it is extremely comfortable to me, is this grey number. I love how soft the cotton is on it, but he absolutely hates it. He thinks I look like a nun.
So I think the key thing for the men to understand is, from a woman's point of view, everything has got to feel right for her to be able to relax and enjoy intimacy. And that means her body's got to feel right, the house has got to be tidy, the children have got to be quiet, the washing up's got to be done.
And from a man's point of view, sex is a way of forgetting about the washing up or forgetting about tidying the house.
These little people are the reason why we are together and we are so happy. And I wouldn't change that for the world. And our relationship will get better when we have more time to focus on that part. For the moment, I hope that we're happy. I am, but I hope he is too.
Britmums.